Hello everyone, it's Alex. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. So today I have another ranking video for you guys. I had shared with you guys my very first haul of the year, very first haul in about 8 months, and I was gifted a lot of Maybelline eyeshadow palettes, the only Maybelline eyeshadow palettes I have in my whole entire collection. I believe the last time I personally purchased a Maybelline palette, period, was in 2015. After I tried those, I don't know, what were they, blushing nudes or something? I think that was the last one I tried. After that, I realized I just don't like Maybelline palettes in general. And since then, they have came out with new ones, but I've been very hesitant on it. But a lot of these, if all of these, were gifted to me, so I wanted to get back to you guys since I did want to let you guys know what my thoughts on them. And I figured I'd rank them with a quick review. I'm not going to take too long on them, but these are the only Maybelline blushes that are palettes that I have in my collection, so I wanted to share them with you guys. But first, if you're new to my channel, welcome to the familia. My name is Alejandra. I'm an eyeshadow enthusiast with a dash of project pan. If that is something that interests you, subscribe, join us. And now without further ado, let's get on with the ranking. So here are my Maybelline palettes. Now, out of these palettes that I got, there's clearly two different formulas that Maybelline is currently carrying. I have not tried all their Maybelline palettes, but as far as what I have, there is distinctly two separate formulas. I like definitely one more than the other, but that doesn't mean that the other one is terrible. It's a whole different texture kind of thing and a different way of me applying them to my eyes to get the vibrancy that I want, because I like a pigmented eyeshadow, but it may not be the same thing for you and you may like them the way that is. So again, all these palettes are great. Not one is a dud. I can't say that any of these I would not recommend to someone. It just depends on your color story and what you like. So this is going to be a ranking according to my preference, how I like them, which ones I would reach for the most, which ones I would reach for the least. Got it? Get it? Good. So I have 7 palettes here, and the first one that I'm going to rank as the least one of my favorites is this one, number 7. This is the Matte About Town one. This was the one that's completely matte. Now this one is pretty in itself. You guys know I don't mind a matte palette, but it's just, how often am I going to use this one? Truthfully, it'll be a companion palette for an all shimmery palette. If I want to do a quick look, this would be something that I would like. If I'm in the office, this is something that maybe I would like and incorporate something colorful along with it. It's good. This is the formula that I preferred less than the other ones that I'll share with you guys. It's more of this weird silicone-y type of formula. Very pigmented shadows. I have no complaints on them. The only thing is with this specific formula, if you ever tried these, they are like silicone-y like, is that I have to, when it comes to the deeper shades, or if I want one of these shadows to be pronounced on the eyes, I gotta pack it on, then blend out the edges. I can't just put it down and blend out, because it technically blends away to a softer look, and I'd rather have more of a deeper look. That's the only thing that I don't like about this type of formula, but other than that, it's really good. Everyone has been raving about these being so pigmented, and very, very true, you guys. I really like all of them, but this is my least favorite just because it's the most boring one to me, to be honest with you. But I still find it practical. Number 6 goes to this one, solely because the other color story is my favorite. This is the Cocoa City one. This is so pretty. See how this one has a little bit more color? It's still practical, but you get more color to it, and you get this really nice shimmery shade right here. This one is pretty, and you think it has glitter to it, but it really doesn't have glitter. It blends out really nicely. The color story of this is very interesting, solely because you're getting pinks with oranges and deeper warm shades, so it's really, really cool. I like this one a lot. I enjoyed it. There was not one shade in here that I would say that is bad. I really like this one more than my all mattes one, so that's why this one ranks here, and this shade right here really packs a punch. I really like it. Number 5 goes to the High Rise Sunset palette. So that's the one that has the yellow in it. Now this one again is an all matte one. If I'm going to go between an all matte one, between this one and this one, I'd go for this one. This is just so much more fun. The yellow, this is the very first palette I grabbed out of all of them to play around with it. This red pops, this yellow pops. Like, I love these. They really do pack a punch on your eyes without you even trying to look. Doing these 3 shades on my eyes, I love that. I love that. But then you can have those neutral shades in here. So you can get a vibrant color, but you can also tone it down if you need to. See how it like stains my fingers? Really, really like this one. I enjoyed it. Nothing wrong with it. Again, you guys, you know, that's the whole deal with these. Not one dud in them. I think that they have come such a long way. Good job, Maybelline. Holy moly, it was about time you came up and rolled up with all the rest of us. Number 4 goes to the Maybelline Lemonade Craze one. This one I actually loved that you get those colors, but honestly, it's more pops of colors than anything, because this red one is a pop of color. This one's a pop of color. This is a pop of color, and this yellow. Other than that, if you take those 3 away, and maybe this pink one right here, you're really just getting more of a neutral palette. More like an icy neutral palette, but everything in here, again, this is sort of like that formula again, where it's like a cream to powder silicone-y kind of thing. It's not wet and it's not cream, but it feels like it. This Sugar Coat one is so pretty. Oh my gosh, I love that shade. It's such a pretty shade. I like this one. I like that I can tone it down, but I can really amp it up with these shades right here. Like you could really amp. This is more like a glitter topper, to be honest with you. It's so pretty though. I do like it. It's not my favorite one out of the bunch, obviously, because it's not in my top 3, but it's still a decent amount. Again, I'm comparing it to those few years ago when I used to buy the Maybelline ones and they were absolutely terrible. These actually remind me of those quads that they used to have that kind of had that hexagon looking, I don't know, pan. Do you remember those? I love those. That's what these kind of remind me of, the formula, just that these are a little bit more silicone-y, but I do like this one. So this is definitely my number 4. My number 3, could you guess? This is the Maybelline Soda Pop. Oh my goodness, I loved this one. This one was so much fun to play with. This is the one where you can go neutrals on top, but then have your pops of colors. This is your day to night kind of palette. Easy, to the point. It's so pretty. You get this taupey shade in here. You're getting all these like different tones, this soda pop color, or this grape soda one. Oh, such a pretty shade. I really like this one a ton. I think the color story just drew me in. This is just me, because the neutral shades up here are not so muted that I don't feel like I can't get a good look out of it. Hands down, my favorite palette out of this specific formula, the silicone formula, this is definitely my favorite. I loved this one a ton. I could do very, very summery shades, but then I could do very, very wintry shades at the bottom. So this is definitely in my top 3. I love this one. I actually reached for this one more than the lemonade one, and you can clearly see that by all the pickup that you get, the powder pickup, which you do get powder pickup with these. There's no denying that most, if not all, drugstore eyeshadows do that. Number 2 goes to the Matte Bar. Believe it or not, this is an all matte eyeshadow palette. Yet again, this one was even better than the other 2 matte ones that I liked. This one is a completely different formula. This is like your traditional eyeshadow formula. It's so pretty. Now I know that a lot of people have complained, and that's one of the reasons why I never look at that. Mattes, you guys. This is the second palette that I reach for, and even till the end I was reaching for this one to help me with a lot of my Panthose eyeshadows. This one, genuinely, every single shadow in here, it just packed a punch. I had no problem, look, just one swipe, I had no problem picking up anything out of these. What I normally would do is grab a pinched crease brush and dipped it in here, packed it on where I wanted it, and then grabbed a fluffy brush and blended it out instead of using a fluffy brush in here to get more of a precise pickup of the actual product and not getting into the other ones. I think this is beautiful. I genuinely like this one's still available. I think that these 2, from my understanding, have been discontinued, but the rest are still available. This one is gorgeous. I really, really like this one a lot. I like the fact that here is more cooler tone, and then you're transitioning more into the warmer tones over here. So I can use this either way all year round. It's practical, it's usable. And what I mean by practical, I mean you can wear this to the office, you guys. Get that pop of color as a liner, the orange one to change it up a little bit. If you don't have time, use these right over here. This is a really good one. I really like it. Don't let the little pans right here deceive you or make you not want to get it if this is something that you've been lusting over, solely because you can make it work. You just switch off the brush that you use and just blend it out with a fluffy brush. That's not a big deal to me, to be honest with you guys, but the pigmentation of this one, the formula, everything about it, I absolutely loved. And my number 1, can you guys guess which one that one is the Nudes in New York. Everything that everyone's been saying about this palette is absolutely true, 100% true. It is just gorgeous in every single way. Oh my word, you guys, seriously, if there's one Maybelline palette that you can only get one and that's all you're ever interested in, look at all these shimmer shades. If this is all you're interested in, you don't want all these, you just want one that's going to do the whole job of all of these, here it is. It is absolutely worth every single penny. The formula of this, the creaminess, how it blends, it is not a muddy mess solely because you're getting a color story that works. You're getting deepening shades that have variety. A red one, a purple one, or a brown one. So you can switch it up if you want to. Use those in a smoky look. If you want to pop on your lid, you're getting this gold green, a copper, a bronzy shade, and then a cool toned pinky taupe shade. You're also getting this bronzy one over here. You're getting mattes, all different shades of mattes in here. You can make a purple look over here. You could do a brownish look over here, a warm tone look. I mean, you can go everywhere with this palette. There is nothing wrong with this. You're getting that brow bone shade in 2 different tones if you want to right here. If you want creases, you're getting here and here. Over here, like, I mean, it's just endless. I did not want to put this away. I think I'm gonna round this up in my next Shop My Stash because I loved it. This shade, oh my gosh, like, there's nothing wrong with it. I can go on and on and on and tell you guys how many different looks you can come out with this one. This is not breaking the bank. It's not huge. This and this, here's a ColourPop palette. See how it is? It's almost the same size as a ColourPop palette. So if you don't want a big palette, go with this one. It's not super big. It's not going to take up a lot of room. You can still travel with it. It's beautiful. I don't ever want them to discontinue this one. Lord help me if they discontinue this one. I think this is amazing. I want to buy more of these to gift them. And that's saying a lot for somebody who absolutely loves indie brands, who doesn't buy at the drugstore, and likes high-end eyeshadow as well. Like, that's saying a lot for this palette. It is beautiful. I was skeptical. I saw a lot of YouTubers talk about this and raving about it. I even had friends in my real life telling me how good this one was, and I'm like, no, no, no. But I did mention it to my friend who got all the stuff for me, and she went out and did a buy one get one free kind of thing. I don't know what it was. So she gave me the one that she got secondly with this, and I'm so grateful. I'm so happy I tried it. It is so good, you guys. It is such a good palette. So that is it, guys. That is my review and ranking of the only Maybelline palettes that I do own, and they're all new this year for me. They've only been in my collection for about a month or so, a little over a month. So I've used them all, played with them all. This is it. This is my Maybelline collection. I have 7 palettes. That may be a lot to some, but to me, that's very, very little compared to other brands that I have quite a bit of things from. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will list all these down in the description box if I can find them. I will put more videos right over here for your enjoyment. Until then, bye guys.